Have you ever witnessed or experienced a successful catcall? My friend used to do polite catcalls. It seems like a different time now to recall, but he would lean out the car window and shout things like "lady in the yellow dress." My friends and I all agree that you were very attractive, or "excuse me, you look amazing, and we love your energy." They seemed successful in that often the women seemed pleased, but he didn't actually get out and hit on them, thankfully. I felt pretty awkward about it at the time, but it was also quite funny. Not the exact scenario you're asking about, but after a decade tending bar, I've seen some truly atrocious creepy pick-up lines work. I've had men come up to me and tell me how attractive my wife is in front of both of us. I don't really know how to reply to these guys, like, "What, you want me to give you her number? Maybe get a little side hustle going?" Since it continues to be a thing, there must be some sort of a success rate that people still do it. I don't think that's true. It's like many things. The guys doing it get off on it, like making women uncomfortable, or just like saying shit. They don't care if it results in anything. This episode of This American Life delved into it with some guys and a very frustrated woman trying to get through to them. https. I am a man. I was out four-wheeling one day. At the end of the day in the parking lot, I had to change quickly into my clean shorts to drive home. I was soaked through everything, so I dropped my drawers and went to pull my shorts up. This is normal activity at the park I was at, as they have no shower houses or anything. Mid-pull, some woman rode by on her ATV and yelled "woo, nice ass," and shot me a wink. This was like 3 years ago. I still think about it fondly. When I was a teenager in the early 2000s, I'd frequently go to the beach with my uncle and cousin, and my uncle would whistle at and catcall women as we drove in his BMW along the main strip that runs parallel to the beach. Quite a few women reacted positively, and some of them even flashed us, though I think a significant majority just ignored it or gave him the finger. I'm not at all condoning it, and it made me feel weird even at the time. But he definitely had some success. They are always successful at doing exactly what was intended, harassing an innocent person who was previously walking down the street minding their own damn business. Yes, because they've annoyed or scared the person they were catcalling it. Successful in being creepy. I got catcalled by a girl at a house party. I walked in and she whistled at me and told me to get that pretty beard over here. I did. She introduced herself, and then we hung out for the whole party, and I went home with her, which luckily was only a couple doors down. To be fair, I'm easy. Men are not catcalling women to get dates, you goof. They do it to harass and intimidate. They get off on scaring women who are minding their own business. Yes, I have, and it worked. We were in San Diego, and there was a group of attractive girls, and a buddy yelled to the girl in the white top, "Room 216, we have beer." And she showed up. My buddy hooked up with her. But outside of being 16 years old, nah, that shit never works. I've literally whistled at a girl walking by and it worked. I was fucking shocked. I yelled out "Ayo glasses" across a busy street while waving my arms in a come here beckoning motion while I was day drunk with a bunch of friends during a weekend of college festivities. I was shocked that she heard me. She came over, more shocking, and we ended up FWBS for the remainder of the year. Most shocking. Once she came over, I talked to her like a normal person, which was probably how I ended up with a positive outcome. Sort of. Teenage years, first flat. Had a few friends round. One smoking out the window says there is a group of girls walking past. I say for a laugh, "Get them up for a party," not thinking he would say anything. He shouts down, "Hey, you coming up for a party?" And they say, "Yeah, give us 10 minutes. They come back with drinks soon after. Turns out one had a flat a few doors down. A fun night and few months followed. Crazy that shouting at randoms from a window worked for not only one guy, but 4 of us. Would be nice to be young again. Never experienced seen a catcall in my whole life. I've seen guys looking at women in a certain way, but never a catcall. One girl I went to high school with, but her whole sexual behavior was a scream for help, so I give that's a good example. My Burning Man camp has a 5-story tower with couches on top. I shouted to a group of beautiful women, "Hey, beautiful ladies, we have a hot girl shortage up here. Can you help us?" They all came up for a bit and I made out with one of them. I'm not sure if that was a catcall or just a flirty invitation. Worked at a gas station overnight, and this lady came in to buy beer right before 2 a.m. Asked for her ID and she was 47 at the time. She looked 30 if that. I complimented her and she flashed me. For a while when she'd come in afterwards, she'd always flash me. Sometimes she'd just come in and chat. It was cool.